Rahim Jaffer oo u tartamaya Duqa magaalada Edmonton. Rahim waxa uu kamid ahaa xildhibaanada conservative-ka ee magaalada Edmonton ku matala federaalka. Waxa laga soo dooran jiray xaafadda Strathcona. Hadana waxa uu u tartamaya Duqa magaalada. Rahim Jaffer, welcome to Madasha Front.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think many people will resonate with the name Rahim Jaffer. Some long-time Somali Edmontonians, they may remember you were MP Strathcona federally, and also the name Rahim Jaffer. It's one of the names that they know. Those of people who didn't have a chance to meet you so far, who is Rahim Jaffer?
Well, you know, for me, I'm fortunate. I'm a businessman. I'm a father. I have a family here in Edmonton. Of course, our family, I sometimes shock myself. It's been since 1977 we came to Edmonton. So it's been a long time. This is home. And we've been so fortunate to have so many opportunities in Edmonton. If you can imagine, the first Muslim ever elected to our Canadian Parliament. And I had that opportunity in 1997. And, you know, our family's done business here, and over the last little while, even though I took some time away from politics, I felt like the city needed a change, a different shift. And so even though I was able to spend some time in business with my son, with my family, I felt like I had to come back and get involved to bring some of that experience that I had from the years in federal politics, but also local business experience to try to help shape where we're going in the future for Edmonton.
Wow. First, Canadian Muslim a very big record. I mean, and many people didn't know that. They know you as one of the very young people elected. So you touched it already, but why are you running for City of Edmonton Mayor?
Well, you know, tonight you had the chance to meet my son who, because of the teacher's strike, I've told him he's going to be full-time on my campaign now. So he's joined me tonight, Xavier. And, you know, for his future, I think about the city I grew up in. I think about the opportunities. I thought about the safeness, the excellence of how our city was just so great in so many ways, being as far north as we are, as far cold and as small. This city has created so many amazing things. And I found, like I said, that over the last decade, there's been what I call a decade of decline, where we've had a lot of the same sort of focus, which are not giving the results that people would like to see when it comes to crime, high taxes, economic opportunity, a lot of things where we know we could do so much better, but unfortunately, we've been going down the wrong road in many of these areas. And so my son, Xavier, who I talked about earlier, he said, "Dad, you're complaining too much about the city. You got to do something." And I said, "Oh, you know, I wish you were older, I would make you run, but he's only 14. So I decided to throw my hat in the ring to help shape things and move things differently.
Wonderful. I think we have the first caller on the line.
Sure.
If you hear me, dhegeyste adoo magacaada ku bilaabaya kusoo dhawow. Ma maqlaysaa? I think waad maqashaa, laakiin marka waxaan isku dayaynaa in aan haddii eebaha wada yiraahdo line-ka kale ku gelino taleefanka jar oo nagu soo celi haddii ilaa yiraahdo adoo mahadsan. Waayahay, I asked this caller to call back. It looks like he's not hearing us.
Okay.
And so let us know what are the more the biggest issues in the city that you think 1 and 2 and 3 should be done, focused right away?
So I think on the whole set, if you are able to check out my policy, I've put together a plan that calls for getting back to basics of what a city should do. And that's focusing on the core services, because that's something that a lot of Edmontonians feel that they're paying so much more in taxes, but they're not getting the value back when it comes to those core basic services. I know that with that sort of focus, the things that I hear at the doors, as I mentioned earlier, definitely the issues of crime, a big concern for crime and homelessness that are attached, big concern for Edmontonians. The fact that our property taxes keep going up, and as I mentioned, the value is not there. there. The return for services is not there. And then many people are concerned that they're not seeing the economic activity. There was a time Edmonton created an environment for businesses to succeed and actually just had so many businesses looking to set up here. Now they're moving away. They're going to other parts of the municipalities outside of Edmonton, and they're finding it difficult to set up. We haven't been open. We haven't created the environment for businesses to succeed, and that's the things that I keep hearing at the doors.
Great. I will ask you how, but I will give the first caller on the line.
Sure.
Welcome. Do you mind putting your headphones so that you
not
can...
at all, so I can hear.
Dhegeyste haddaad maqlaysa adoo magacaaga ku bilaabaya soo dhawow.
Hi, Chama. My name is Awala Bashir. If you can hear me.
Yes, very well. Jaffer, Rahim Jaffer is hearing you too.
Yeah, I would like first to appreciate the service you are doing for the community. I have one question for the mayor candidate. My question is, how will you ensure that immigrants and the immigrant communities have a voice in the city and decision? And I will add another question. Will you commit to regularly town hall meetings or consultations with residents?
Good. That's two questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, those are excellent questions. When I was a member of parliament for almost 12 years, I believe that the best way to consult with people is to have town hall meetings. So I'm going to answer your second question first. I know that I was having quarterly town hall meetings, and I would invite the public, my constituents, and I found it was the best way to have feedback come directly to me so I could take that back to Ottawa and share it with different people. Sometimes those meetings were tough. You got some very angry people with different things that were happening, but it was so important to have that part of the process. And so I want to open up City Hall. I would love to have town hall meetings there if I was mayor. I would invite some of the other councillors and make sure that they could participate as well, and have 200, 300, 400 people come and pack that City Hall and have a good exchange of ideas and open town hall exchange of information. The other thing that you mentioned was trying to get different communities, especially new communities, represented. I feel one of the things that used to happen, that the mayor had councils of excellence when it came to business, to arts, to other areas of our society, where they would draw from leaders in those areas to give advice that was very pertinent, relevant, and able for elected officials then to make decisions based on that feedback they were getting. So I would love to create one of those councils, as I talked about in business and arts and others, for maybe various community leaders who can give feedback from those new communities that are coming and growing. What is working in the city? What isn't? How could we do things better? So I do commit to that kind of a process. I think it's very important.
All right. Awala, thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Okay. You before the Awala call, you mentioned that you will work on a lot of lists, so including the tax that doesn't serve, high taxes that doesn't serve enough the city. So how you want to reach that goal? Because every candidates are telling people, I'm going to do something about the taxation.
Well, out of the top candidates, I'll make sure I just make a distinction, because for myself, I think I'm the only candidate saying that we can actually put a freeze and roll back taxes if you manage things properly. And I think the one way that I found I did that when we were in the federal government, we balanced the budget. And if you remember, we rolled back the GST from 7 to 5%. And I had no complaints at that time. People didn't say, I wish I could pay 7%. So I believe that if you do things effectively, one of the things that we've failed to do at the city is the proper audits to make sure that some of the departments that are how they're spending money are doing it effectively. I feel by creating the audits within the first 60 days, I hope I know I can find $400 million that can, part of that can be reallocated to certain departments, but most of it can be given in the form of tax relief, because we do, this is one thing I'm hearing from people across the city, affordability, they're worried about paying their mortgage and their property taxes. We need to give them some serious relief in the next little while.
Yeah, a lot of people may be happy what you're saying, but also there are big numbers who are asking themselves, you allow in city financial to be audited by the provinces, so you said, I will invite them. Some would be hesitant, saying, well, UCB is not doing well with their own accounts, so why would you invite them?
So I think we can have our audits being done